It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Wins have been few and far between of late for New Orleans. We've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. Well, it's rare these days to see a big man like Anthony Davis who can explode on the offensive end the way he can. What makes him so potent, Kenny?
Inside, outside, Ernie. You know, he can get it inside, he can get it outside. He's impossible to guard. And 50-point nights. I'm telling you, 50. 5-0. All possibility.
And what I like, he gets all the touches he wants on the floor. Way to feed the big man Pelicans.
That's the same thing you used for the Hawks.
It's still a bird, though, right? Thank you.
Horrible. Kevin Harlan, it's all yours.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. The Magic make a quick stop here in front of their Orlando fans. Just one game before heading out. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
Yeah, and they're going through right now one of those situations that's just difficult to deal with. Doubt begins to really creep in when the losses continue to mount, and then you can have splintering, which doesn't help the situation.
And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. David, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. And he acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Some impressive athletes tonight, Brent, really on both sides. How much of the outcome will come down to which team executes the best?
Yeah, most of the games decided in this league do come down to that very fact, Kevin.
Execution.
Yeah, which of these teams is going to put themselves first in position and then to do their best with the position they put themselves into. That means execution.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, the bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Allen is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Hill in at the 3 spot. Here's Vucevic. And Simmons kicks to Augustine. Headshot off. Rondo with some nice D. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Now here is Augustine. They set the pick. And there's the feed to Simmons. The offensive rebound. Pass to Isaac.
Get there.
Augustine with it. Here's Isaac. He's covered by Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot. And it's Gordon missing.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. Augustine with it. He's picked up by Hill. Here's Isaac. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Cousins dishes to Rondo. Allen outside. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, he didn't need to add the spice, but I like it spicy.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Isaac. And he stuffs it in on the jam.
Yeah, Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
And Brent, some pressure on the Pelicans front office and coaching staff to win now.
Well, Alvin Gentry has dealt with a lot of injuries surrounding Anthony Davis in his short tenure with the Pelicans, and it took a little while for the organization to confirm that the upper management and coaching staff would be back for this season, so it feels a bit tenuous. Hopefully they can get themselves together and be one of the teams with that kind of talent that finds their way into the postseason this year.
And that one's good. Cousins.
Well, this is when the efficiency of DeMarcus Cousins goes through the roof. He gets that deep on the inside, and the defense cannot compete with it.
Outside for Simmons. Gordon the pass to Vucevic. And stolen by Cousins. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
Now, Hill's smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
And the second free throw, good. Orlando trailing here. Here's Augustine. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Over Rondo. Simmons against Hill. Here's Vucevic. Hill pulls it in.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Augustine. Here's Davis. Here is Davis. Great positioning on the putback.
Just a phenomenal crash from Anthony Davis on the boards there. He comes up with the rebound and gets an easy putback.
Gordon goes in. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
And that's really just smart basketball. You send a poor foul shooter to the line.
And Brent, so often we talk about star power in the NBA. Who are some of the guys flying under the radar that could soon become that star power, that household name?
Well, I think Indiana has an opportunity to hold on to a good one in Miles Turner, a center that just spent 1 year in college, has shown some signs of rapid improvement, and being in Indiana as a 5-man that can step out, shoot the mid-range jump shot, finish at the rim, handle the basketball. He is definitely a guy I have my eye on as taking the next step and being a star in this league.
So for the Magic, Biyombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Spates comes in for Isaac, and Mario Hezonja subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. New Orleans also making some changes. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Hill. Etuan Moore comes in for Allen, and Nelson is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And so he hits both. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Feeds it to Davis. Shoots over Spates, and it's Davis missing. Magic have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Biyombo, that's good.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The Pelicans have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Nelson kicks to Davis. And it's Spates with the rebound.
You got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Lasagna's shot is off. The Pelicans shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Miller with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. And here's Moore outside. That shot off. The Magic go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Now they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
Here's Nelson. The Magic getting the bucket. Davis sets a screen. Miller outside. Davis sets a screen. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Biyombo. And now Orlando on the break. Moore with the block. Inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Lasagna's shot is off.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Pass to Davis. Nelson sets a screen for Davis. It's taken away by Payton. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. Here's Gordon. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
It's taken away by Payton. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Gordon's running. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pelicans trail by 6. Miller sets a screen for Nelson. Moore in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Moore's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, E'Twaun Moore doesn't get a lot of open touches, but when he does, he's got to be prepared to shoot. So lets that one go quickly.
Payton kicks to Gordon. Spates inside. He feeds it to Biyombo. From outside, off the mark. And stolen by Spates. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Orlando out in front, up 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after 1.
Magic leading by 3. So the Pelican 5 right now. Nelson is out there with E'Twaun Moore. Then it's Miller. Then it's Alexis Ajinça. And it's Davis in at the power forward. Now here's Gordon. Passes it to Biyombo. It's stolen by Ajinça. Moore left side. Dishes to Nelson. They set the pick. Back to Moore. 5 on the clock. From downtown, New Orleans getting another chance here. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. New Orleans shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Peyton.
Mind the
And
lane.
then for New Orleans,
Mind the lane.
Solomon Hill comes
Good
in
shot.
for Miller. And Ian Clark subbed in for Moore. That one drops. He ties it up. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Hill, no good. Magic shooting 41% for the game. Spates sets a screen. Augustine dishes to Spates. Here's Azania. He's guarded by Hill. And it's sent back by Hill. And he's able to get it back. It's stolen by Ajinça. Augustine against Nelson. He dishes it to Hill. He kicks to Clark. There's the pick. It's deflected. One-on-one fast break. Oh!
Yeah. And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
For Orlando, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic comes in for Maurice Spates. And Isaac subbed in for Mario Hezonja. The free throw drops for Biyombo. Pelicans trail by 3. Outside Rondo. Allen passes to Hill. Back to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Pelicans.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Magic leading by 3. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, Augustine. And he banks in the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Hill, a screen on Simmons. Clark for 3. It's Biyombo with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. And the Pelicans making a change here. Cousins is checked in. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And here's Rondo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Cousins with a screen on Augustine. Just 5 to shoot. Deep 2 from Hill. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And the Magic making a change here. Payton's checked in. The Magic leading by 5. Simmons sets a screen for Payton. And it's Simmons penetrating. The dish now to Vucevic.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Payton outside. The second chance effort. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Payton. And the Magic lead by 7.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Tony Allen. Brent, when you were playing in Seattle, those were the best assist years statistically of your career. What led you to become such a catalyst for that offense?
Well, it was interesting just as I finally got an opportunity to start to play with the basketball as a 2-guard a little bit more in Seattle, trying to play a little bit more up-tempo. And again, I'll mention opportunities because of Gary Payton getting double-teamed. It opened up situations for me, Kevin, where I could be a bit more creative as the off-guard.
And you love that, didn't you?
I love playing that way. I wish I had more years of doing that, kind of the run-and-gun style that Phoenix employed for most of the mid-2000s with that 7 seconds or less. I could have been agreeable with that.
And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Darius Miller, he's checked in for New Orleans. Etuan Moore comes in for Ian Clark. And he makes both free throws. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 9-point game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, that one sticks with you for a little while. They worked so hard to hang in there at the end of that one and force the OT, and then to have it slip away had to hurt.
One thing that DeMarcus Cousins doesn't get enough credit for, Brent, as a big man, is his ability to pass.
Well, for his career, Kevin, averaging 3 assists per game, but has had a couple of seasons where he's almost pushed that up to 5 per game. So coaches look at that ability and try to put him in those sort of situations where they can take advantage of it.
Just 2 to shoot. Pass to Isaac. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. .104 left in the first half of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Rondo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. 6 to shoot. Screen by Cousins. Here's Allen. Orlando grabs the miss. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Pass to Isaac. 3-pointer. The shot off that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take.
Kicks it to Cousins. Takes a 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Cousins has got 6 points.
Just great confidence from Cousins there. Once he gets the ball, he's immediately looking to pull the trigger.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Magic lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Alongside Coach Alvin Gentry. Alvin, what sorts of adjustments are you going to make in the second half?
Well, we just got to get ourselves organized. We got to get back. We got to take better shots. You know, the problem that we have is we're taking bad shots and they're running out on them. We just got to take good shots and we got to get back and get our defense set.
The best defense is offensive efficiency. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. Checking out the Magic. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for higher quality looks. And the shooters need to go out and execute. Man, come on!
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Magic leading by 5. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. DJ Augustine out there with Simmons. And it's Isaac in at the 3 set. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Isaac. And there's the pass to Gordon. Here's Isaac, 6 to shoot. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Isaac's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic. Rondo kicks to Davis. The feed now to Hill. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Hill's got 5.
Hill taking no time to get that shot off. Once it hit his hands, it was off.
Augustine against Rondo. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Misses the 3. Pelicans trail by 5. Allen outside. Cousins with a screen on Simmons. Here's Hill. Here's Cousins. Vucevic with the block. Right side, Gordon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 8.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Now here's Rondo. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Cousins with a screen for Allen. Over Simmons. Allen's shot is off.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Vucevic. Gordon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic. For New Orleans, they've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. They set the pick. Rondo dishes to Hill. Screen by Cousins. 5 on the clock. Here's Hill. And that one hits back iron.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Pelicans trail by 11. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And Alvin Gentry, coach under Mike D'Antoni in Phoenix, helped install elements of that offensive system with the Golden State Warriors.
Well, tough last year because their point guard missed most of training camp, Drew Holiday, so you try to establish a good offensive continuity during that time of the year, and that didn't exist. The amazing thing under Alvin Gentry is after making a massive trade during the All-Star break, this team got into the top 10 in terms of their defensive rating. That's impressive stuff.
So for the Magic, Rambo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Spates comes in for Isaac, and it's Hazanya in for Jonathan Simmons. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Cousins. Ian Clark comes in for Tony Allen. And Nelson is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Count that bucket.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
And Augustine kicks to Spates. Back to Augustine. Spates, the pass to Augustine. Gordon for three. Pelicans with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Clark for three. A rebound by Hazanya. Orlando leading by 9. Gordon dishes to Biyombo. Hazonia kicks to Spates. Pass to Hazanya. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Clark. Feeds it to Nelson. Passes to Davis. And stolen by Spates. An even 3-on-3 break. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Davis.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Darius Miller, he's checked in for New Orleans. Etuan Moore comes in for Ian Clark. Nelson kicks to Miller. They set the pick. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Anthony Davis, number 1. Aaron Gordon is second.
That's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. I mean, game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Well, you're building a team, the foundation starts here. Big men who can dominate a game offensively in the low post. Every franchise would like to have one, and this is the cream of the crop.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Really been a key contributor over the past month. 6th in scoring, 6th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And Orlando has possession. Following the score by New Orleans. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
The Magic have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Orlando. Pelicans trail by 11. Nelson outside. He feeds it to Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Just an excellent job by Davis commanding the ball in the paint and finishing with that look with tremendous confidence.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Magic have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Both shots good from the stripe. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Nelson, no one around him. And the 3 off target.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Dishes to Payton from past the arc. But they recover it. Lasagna, the pass to Payton. Here's Lasagna. Spates with a screen on Miller. Hezonja kicks to Payton. Payton with another miss. Pelicans trail by 11. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Miller, no luck. Magic have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Augustine dishes to Payton. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Payton's got 4 this quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so it's the Orlando Magic looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
The offense will come and go. This has got to be our staple. Suffocating D.
No surprise, focusing on defense, Frank Vogel reminding his guys what this team is all about.
Yeah, you can win with consistent defense no matter what your offense is doing. But of course, you know he'd love to have both.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So for New Orleans right now, the star big men pair of Davis and Cousins are up front. Ejuan Moore is out there with Nelson, and it's Miller in at the 3, the small forward.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Some changes for New Orleans. Allen comes in for Miller. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nelson. Payton passes to Spates. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now here's Rondo. Allen outside. Davis sets a screen. Shoots off the screen. That one wide left. Magic leading by 11. The dish to Payton. And Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player. This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Now here's Rondo. Davis setting the pick for Rondo. Kick out to Moore. And the Pelicans get it back, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, down on the offensive glass, Cousins is so powerful, and a great job there of reading the angle to collect one.
Solomon Hill is checked in for New Orleans. Payton kicks to Simmons. Payton dishes to Simmons. There's a good screen. Down low. It's stolen by Hill. Tipped away. Gordon's checked in for Maurice Spates. Here's Rondo. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Cousins, no good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Vucevic with it. Payton kicks to Simmons. Off target with his 3.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Hill passes to Davis. Kicks to Cousins. Low block shot on the way, and they pick up 2.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Here's Payton. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Now, here is Hill. He dishes it to Cousins. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here is Payton. He kicks to Vucevic. Payton passes to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Rondo with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Davis. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And you can see the lower body strength from AD right there. Able to take contact, get fouled, and still get the shot to go.
And Orlando making a change here. Augustine's checked in. Orlando leading by 7. Pass to Gordon. The feed to Simmons. Dishes to Vucevic. Gordon a screen. Off the screen. And Vucevic with the layup.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Pick up by Hill. Rondo dishes to Hill. Davis setting the pick for Hill. And there's the pass to Cousins. Second shot opportunity. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
I just like to see Cousins just stay confident. Even when the defense gets tight, Cousins so confident in his ability to score.
Outside, Simmons. Gordon a screen. And the rejection by Cousins. Pelicans trail by 7. Rondo kicks to Davis. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 14 points for Anthony Davis.
Awesome job by AD to get the ball in a favorable spot. That's most anywhere, but comes up big with that basket.
Here's the screen. Pass to Isaac. Feeds it to Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
Here's Rondo. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And this is why Rondo is so special. A proven champion who time and time again comes up big in critical stretches of the game.
Here's Isaac. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Magic lead by 7.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Aaron Gordon.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Fires from 14. That's short off the rim. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Pass to Isaac. Five to shoot. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 9. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
Well, it's all about doing your best with the time that you've been given. It's the only thing really that you can control as a player. So let's see what they decide to run.
Nelson kicks to Hill. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson.
Well, got to admire the stroke that time from Hill, able to knock down the 3-ball.
So the Magic win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.